Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things.
Morning, up and away out of the campsite. Managed to get through the night unscathed. Nothing too exciting happened last night. In fact, I did sleep a lot better last night than I did the night before, which was good. So I certainly needed a rest after yesterday, and also, you know, I needed a rest to prepare myself for today. So mileage wise, we're not as far as yesterday, but elevation and the amount of climbs that we got to get through, yeah, certainly the hardest we've had over the last 2 or 3 days. So going to be another tough one, but a nice one. Today's walk is Strete to Dartmouth. Like I said, I've just got up and left the campsite now, leaving Strete, and we are heading on towards Dartmouth, where we have to catch the ferry across to Kingswear. And I believe that's when it starts getting really tough, from Kingswear on towards Brixham. But anyway, the first thing we're going to come to this morning is Blackpool Sands. Well, that was a good warm-up. First thing in the morning. Probably a sign of things to come.
The fall is coming, I can feel it. The breeze brings goosebumps to my skin. Tonight the whiskey feels stronger. Gasoline on hidden desires. So I'll throw
when you leave Blackpool Sands, climb up a fairly steep hill, but then it's a fairly substantial inland section in around the back of Stoke Flemming, through Stoke Flemming, and then you're still quite away from the sea and from the coast, all the way up into a place called Little Dartmouth, where you sort of head back out towards the sea and join up with the coastline again. That's the day mark, which is on the opposite side of the River Dart, up on the Kingswear side. The coast path doesn't go very close to the day mark, so this might be the best view that we get of it. I'll put a picture on the screen that I took on a previous visit there. It's quite a different day mark compared to some of the ones we've seen so far on this walk. It's made up of a series of archways all around the base. A lot of boat traffic this morning coming out of Dartmouth, and then I remembered it's the Dartmouth Regatta this weekend, so I suppose a lot of these boats are leaving after being here for the weekend. up and out of Kingswear now, and I've just passed a sign saying 10 miles to Brixham, so that is not sounding too bad, is it? 10 miles, I think I can do that, but it might be one of the hardest 10-mile sections to date on the entire coast path. We're waiting to see. I'll let you know at the end, but from what people have said, I'm expecting the challenge.
You are like gold dust over me, just like an angel setting me free. Where are you now? Do you feel safe? I don't need an answer, just need some space. Don't let me darken your front door. That is not what I came here for. Do you still carry all that weight? Don't need an answer, just need a debate. Don't stop before it's over. The weight is off your shoulder. Everything we fear will go away. You said it's a promise, I said that I doubt.
This is the Brownstone Battery. Presume that was the munitions store, and then the munitions would have been transported down here on some sort of mini tram. And then down here to the gun emplacement. Well, what a spot this is. Part of the Brownstone Battery. We've just walked down from that little sort of tramway and the gun emplacement up the hill down to this little viewpoint here. But I just wanted to say the Coast Watch up at the top of the hill, again, went in there, gave them a donation, and they filled my water bottles up for me. So that's really good, because there's nothing between here and Brixham unless you go slightly inland when you get to Coleton Fishacre. So you need to make sure that you've got all your supplies either at Kingswear or when you get here for the push on to Brixham. So since leaving the Coast Watch station, it has been a series of short but steep climbs, and you haven't got a view very far in front of you because the coast path is sort of contouring in and out, and yeah, you can't see around the headlands that are coming up. So I don't know if that's a blessing or not really, but it feels a little bit slow going, and it is been quite hard going. and it's hot as well now. But as we're approaching Coleton Fishacre, which is a National Trust property, the one good thing is they do like a bench, so I'm making full use of one of those now, and after that climb we just come up.
Set myself aside, lead the way on this trial. If you don't know the way, we can stop and make a change. I know we walk for days, losing hope, fading love. This night will be okay.
That climb out of Scabbacombe Sands was really hard, hardest one of the day. And the worrying thing is, I know there's a bigger one coming up. It's called Man Sands, and everyone says about it being really, really steep. I think both sides, you know, going down into it and then coming out the other side. But once we've passed Man Sands, fingers crossed, that'll be the last big one of the day. And then it's on to Sharkham Point, and then on to Brixham. There we go then, that's the climb out of Man Sands. I'm hoping it's not as bad as it looks. It's worse than it looked. Well, it's certainly nice to get that climb out of Man Sands done for the day. It was something I knew was coming up, and obviously as the day's gone on I've been getting tighter and tighter and my energy's pretty low. But anyway, I did it. It was all right. It took me about 15 minutes, and on my stop scale it was a 7 stopper. But yeah, and there was a bench at the top as well, so you're able to sort of sit down and find your legs again afterwards. But anyway, we've left there and we're now walking out to Sharkham Point. So it's just over 2 miles to the harbour at Brixham, which is where we're going to end today's walk. But I'm pushing pretty hard because my plan was to get the ferry from Brixham to Torquay, and then my wife would come and pick me up from Torquay. Now the last ferry is at 5:15 today. It's 4:05 now, so it's a bit touch and go whether I'm going to make it. I mean, my wife will come and pick me up from Brixham, but it's a longer drive around for her. So yeah, I'm trying to make that last ferry. And that's the delight that is Torquay. Out around Meadfoot, Thatcher's Rock just behind the shelter there. Right, that's us back in Torquay now. So yeah, we just made it to the ferry in time, had about 10 minutes to spare, so that worked out really well. Thanks all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the last few videos. Hopefully I'll be back soon. We're really close to where I live now, so hopefully I'll be able to pop back and then walk the next section in the next few weeks. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you on the next one.